Welcome to Top Hill Recording Podcast, the podcast where we ask a band, an artist, an original act to come in and give us 4 original tunes. They come in, play those tunes. We talk about them. We talk about the origin story, the real deal. See where they're going. See what all's going on in their life. Tonight, another awesome band. One that is always on the tip of your tongue. Just to, So I remember how this actually came to happen. I was at Tyler Lance Walker Gill's Tonkin Tuesdays.
Yeah, we love it. Yeah, I've played it. Yeah, I've been to a bunch of them. They're great.
They're awesome. And Zach was up, and the band were up playing as one of the acts. Was it an out-of-town act? You guys?
Okay. Out-of-town act.
All right, so the out-of-town act was these guys, and we that night I had to ask if they would come on. So tonight our band, Vaguely Familiar.
still be searching for me. 'Cause they say there's lots of folks out there, lots of fish out in the sea. I like to think that you would, 'cause darling, you were made for me. And I think that I was made for you. No matter who we used to be. And I don't have too much to give, but darling, what I got's for you. I can't say it won't be hard. In your eyes I see the stars. Won't you let me be your moon? When I wake up next to you, with nothing but the sheets between, and the sun comes shining through, it's like I woke up in a dream. And all of what you give to me, something you can't buy or steal. You can't bargain for good love. It's easier to reinvent the wheel. 'Cause I don't have too much to give, but darling, what I got's for you. Can't say it won't be hard. In your eyes I see the stars, but you left me be your moon. I don't have too much to give, but darling, what I got's for you. Can't say it won't be hard. In your eyes I see the stars. You left me be your moon. Can't say it won't be hard. In your eyes I see the stars. You left me be your moon. Yeah, man. May seem far, baby, here we are. Dreams do come true, made on shooting stars. So hunker down and baby, settle in. You gon' find out what kind of shape I'm in. Yeah. Your tantric hands, baby, devilish grin. Lips that taste like original sin. Something about you keeps drawing me in. Feels good for you, and baby, it's a win, win, win. Well, baby, you can lean on me when the waves of love are too strong. I'm gonna need all of you just to seem close, baby, don't give up hope. Let's turn on some vintage vinyl soul. Some Otis Sam or maybe Nat King Cole. Put us in the mood to really stay at home. As the record turns, baby, my heart it burns. So much of you that I have yet to learn. And the world around us seems to pass us by. Time sure moves slow when I'm looking in your eyes. Well, baby, you can lean on me when the waves of life are too strong. I'm gonna need all of you just to keep me coming home. Baby, you can lean on me when the waves of life are too strong. I'm gonna need all of you just to keep me coming home. Baby, you can lean on me when the waves of life are too strong. I'm gonna need all of you just to keep me coming home. Thank you.
How's it going, guys?
What's up, man?
Well,
That's a pretty shitty intro, but I'll take it. Right on the tip of your tongue. That was so dumb. I'm going to edit that out.
One take from the top.
Hey, yeah, man. We don't go back most of the time. It's only when I screw up in real, like, but welcome to, yeah, so.
Yeah.
All right, so we got from my left, Mitch, or Zach, no, he's got it wrong. Mitch, Zach, and, no, wait. Mitch, Chris, Zach. I had to look at you because I can't read what
Spencer
M, L, and R is.
Yeah.
I just let me just
Who's
look.
this?
Come on,
who's this Spencer guy?
Spencer.
And then here's the other thing. I was like, my left, your right, and then I was thinking, wait, how's that going to work? It's all camera.
Stage left? Or?
It's all camera. It would be the same anyway. So, guys, really appreciate you all coming in.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I
awesome
love
to
the
be
tunes.
Great tunes.
Absolutely
All
love
of
the
them.
tunes.
All 4 songs. Really, you all are a fun band. I was not familiar with you until now. I realized, though, today when I was doing some research on you, we both did play Mad Hop Festival, I think, last year.
yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that was a cool festival. But, dude, your all's songs and your all's, like, connect. Like, there's some bands that come on that you can tell are newer bands, even if they really rock. And then there's some bands that come on, you're like, these guys have been friends. And before you played, you mentioned that you all have been friends a long time, and that comes out through your all's music big time. Like, you all you're all a super tight band, and those are fun songs. And like your bass lines, especially, man, fucking killer.
Thank you.
Killer bass lines. And
Thank you.
drums in this room, like that little kit. I feel like sometimes drummers walk in and they see that little kit and they're like, oh fuck, what is this? But dude, killed the kit. It sounded great. Like, you all are super tight rhythm section, and vocals and your guitar work great too, man. Like, it was a good experience. We've been lucky to have some good acts come on here. I mean, there's always good people to come on, but some real good acts here recently. So thank you all for coming on. It's good to meet you and good to know your music. And Spencer mentioned before, like, we started at there's a different band on Spotify with the same name as you all.
Yeah, man.
I'm very glad that it's you all, because it's definitely more up my alley, and it was definitely more fun to mix than the other vaguely familiar.
I got a good story. So, like, most of the time, especially on my off day, I'm kind of running around doing a million things, ADD brain, kind of just here and there bouncing like crazy. And I miss so many texts and phone calls, and I swear every one of them is from Spencer. Like, it doesn't matter if he texts me one time in a week or calls me one time in a week. That's the one I really, really miss. So today he sends like 4 texts in a row. No, it was probably 6 total, but it started with like a chain of 4 to me and Earl. And he's like, dude, we got to cancel tonight. He's like, have you heard this band? Sorry, vaguely familiar other band, whoever you are.
It's cool.
He's like, have you heard this stuff?
rivalry
He's
with
like,
them,
dude, it's
man.
2 people. It's like techno. There's no boat. We got to cancel. And then like 20 minutes later, he's like, no, never mind. Different band. I was like,
Yeah, this other band is fucking sick.
yeah, dude. So
He's like, wait, don't pull the trigger.
well, the hardest part was, trying to, because after he said that, I was like, no, I couldn't. You couldn't find your music. Which there's a story I don't know if you want to talk about behind that.
So we had some music out there. We had some changes in personnel. We unfortunately lost the music, but we're gonna be putting some music back on this winter time. I would assume it'd probably be released like spring or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're going to record an album in the winter in our hometown.
Oh yeah,
So-
which is
Madison, Indiana.
Madison, dude. I love
Hell yeah.
Madison.
Yeah, man.
Awesome spot.
Madison's
spot.
beautiful. Cliffy Falls, shout out.
Cliffy Falls State Park.
Yeah, man. I'm a big fan of Madison, Indiana, but
It's a fun town, man.
it's just a
Yeah,
beautiful,
it's a party
beautiful
town.
place. Ooh.
And just while we're on the subject of Madison, it's been awesome playing with these guys lately because we grew up playing music. I mean, we're practically, great, brothers in a lot of ways like that. And I don't know, it just feels like the city itself is musically going through a revival right now.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
then
it's
that
like-
kind of matches like us getting back together and playing
The
again.
bars that we're playing in now are like the bars that we would go in and do the open mics like before we were 21, just get up
Yeah.
on the stage, play and leave.
Mhm.
And now we're playing there like, every weekend.
Mhm.
It's fun. It's fun
They were
to
kicking
just
us
get
out.
back
Now they're
together.
begging us to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's
shout out
killer.
Madison, Indiana.
So, do you know what you're going to record? Do you have like the slate of songs ready to roll that you really want
We
to?
wrote it down the other day, but I don't know where that paper went.
Well, I got a piece of paper in front of me. I mean, we did OG Dance, Let Me Be Your Moon, and Shape I'm In. Are any of those newer are going to be on that
Yeah, so
project?
all 4 of those will definitely be on the album. Those
Oh yeah, dude.
those
So
are
we're
songs that we play out every weekend. So
right on, man. Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. I hope you consider putting out tonight's stuff, man. Like it sounds great. It
It
was,
really does.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. No,
always
you all
like a
sound great.
pleasure to get to listen in the headphones because like sometimes I've played this show and like sometimes I feel like when you're playing it's hard to know exactly like
Yeah.
what is going on because it is just we're in a room. There's no monitors. It's just there's a mic. There's just people. And I feel like it's easy to not exactly know what you're getting into or what to expect as far as the sound. But I mean, you all heard it. You all sound great. Like, yeah, you're a tight band. It's always good to have good groups on here. So
Yeah, I think I told Zach, it might have been both Zach and Chris when you guys got here, that we've been very lucky and had awesome bands in lately. A lot of awesome, like Adrian Taylor by himself. And then we've had Bourbon Britches, who are the same setup, but they brought, Kelsey played the cajon instead of the kit this time. And then the Bieblehauser Brothers, who are this amazing band, but it's a string band. We haven't had a drum set up in this room since probably Overlook.
yeah.
Maybe, those guys that went from Nashville.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I'm super pumped to have this setup again, especially in a 3-piece form, because as Earl says, it's super hard to hide things when you do it in a 3-piece fashion, and which I really dig because it gets to the bare bones and the root of what the song is, which I think with you guys, what really rubbed me and really got me like vibing. I think you got this soul thing going
time,
on. There's
yeah.
you got the bluesy stuff, but there's such a soulful feel. Your voice
That's
has
Zach,
that
man. Yeah, that's
amazing.
all Zach.
It's that warmth. It's the Jeff Donahue, my neighbor who I grew up listening to, a vibe for me that's just. And then you throw some of those sevens and things in that just really dance with what you're doing vocally and the melodic stuff that you're doing, but there's so much power and warmth and just that there's those vocals that you just can't, this Bob Seger's
You
of the
can't
world.
fake soul, and you
Yeah,
definitely
man.
like it's good to have like a kind of soul we have all kinds of music on here. It's always good. And tonight, you all are definitely my taste in music. So that's always a plus for me, too, because it is up my alley. Anything that it's soulful, it has grooves. Like I said, your all's rhythm section is killer. Like your bass line's super, super good. Like I was jamming. Like I sit in this squeaky ass seat back there, and it's so hard. I used to sit over just beside, like Neil would hit record and I would sit on my stool and it's quiet as shit so I could like jam out. But in that seat I gotta not move. And it was really hard not to move during these songs, man. Yeah. Like I was like bobbing my head, but I was like, I can't move because I'm gonna squeak the shit out of this chair. Like you all were jamming
out of the cage so he can play the cool bass riffs.
Hell yeah, dude! I definitely like being on the other side dancing. I was dancing behind Earl and I was dancing on this side of the crowd.
Oh, we were dancing over here too.
Yeah, we saw you guys
jamming.
moving. That's always
I was like, all right.
That gets us
Even in a
intense,
setting
too.
like this, you know, it's like we're still making people move. That's like
Even dance, you're like, oh, I hope it makes you dance. It's like, it's
like
making me
yeah.
dance.
No,
It's making me
100%.
dance. How about that shit?
I say that every time we play, and it's kind of one of those things where like I almost want to just add it as a tag onto the song title, because every time we play it, it's always like, this song's called Dance, and we hope you do. And everybody just looks at me like, all right, guys.
Mission accomplished.
song name.
Yeah, I bet you're gonna. That's what this song's called Dancing. I bet you're gonna.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Honestly, that's
That's what I
got you. Got you. Let's workshop
So,
that.
for you guys, you know, you Madison, Indiana, talk about being friends and stuff like that. So let's go back, your first time on, to your all's origin story as a band coming up, meeting, and how we got to where we're at the point where you guys are sitting in this room today. If you could.
I feel
Well-
like you should definitely take that, right?
You want me to take it? Yeah, sure.
You're not on the spot or nothing, Mitch. No big
let's do
deal,
it,
bro.
Sure.
The drummer
Yeah.
is not usually the one that gets put on the spot
He's
to do the talk. This is
responsible.
amazing.
Yeah, here we go.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Mitch, on
what
you,
else will
baby.
we fuck up? Excuse me. Well, that's what he beeped up. Yeah, so it goes back quite a ways. I grew up in a family band with my brother, who was a bass player quite a while ago. And as we got older, I mean, just playing around, we met Chris. And Chris joined the band.
Yeah, they were playing a talent show at Madison High School with their dad as playing the guitar.
Yeah.
And I walked up to him and I was like, hey, do you guys need a guitar player? Get rid of this old guy. I'll play guitar for you.
Yeah. Shout out to my dad, Bobby T.
Yeah,
though. He's
Bobby
the one.
T.
Yeah,
Bob is the man.
Bobby T.
He managed our band for, I don't know, 4
Say
years.
Bobby
Yeah,
Teacups.
You know?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. And then Zach and I have been best friends since, I mean, goodness, like elementary school. We went together. Rikers Ridge.
Kindergarten, bro.
Yeah, kindergarten. Like way back.
Kindergarten?
Yeah, K through 12. And I think it was, I mean, we probably didn't, like, I was over there for all these practices. And
Yeah, while we were
I
jamming
mean, I was
and
just
shit.
there. Like, I would sit around a lot. And I think one day I got up and sang something, and they were like, "Oh shit, this guy can sing."
And I always knew Zach could sing. I mean, I've been to church with the man. Like he can.
Oh, he's taken you to church a couple times.
You know that's what I'm
saying?
saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So I always knew he could sing. So yeah, just kind of over the years we formed this band, and you know it went through various names. Rockbox was one of them.
At one point, we were all in like
Rock
6
box.
different bands at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and so I mean, just like you know, basically our first real musical bands, like experiences. I mean, we pretty much all shared that together for years, and then you know, as time went on, we got a little older, like throughout the high school. Once again, playing with multiple different groups. I went to college and stuff like
we
that.
branched off into different bands,
Yeah.
and then
What he's trying to say is
Congratulations,
Chris
Mitch.
left us and joined a punk rock band.
I did. I went on the road with a band called the Weekend Classic, and we toured.
That's a good band name.
Yeah, we toured for, I don't know, about 4 years around the U.S. Went on a couple full U.S. tours and stuff.
Yeah, if you got that type of opportunity, I mean, you got to take it.
Yeah.
Bass players, a really, really good bass player is not easy to find, especially
Well,
a bass player
actually,
that's a bass player.
I was
guitar
the
player.
singer and the guitar player in that
Shut
band.
your face. Well, never mind. Bass players are easy to find. What I meant to say is guitar players and lead singers
So
are hard to
steal
find.
him
man.
as a guitar player and bring him into your band.
That's
Don't
funny.
find a bass player. Find a really good guitar player.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's also
That is
that's
Always a
That's
good
also
tip,
that's
yeah.
what I was really.
I am
is the
fully
thing.
a bass player now. I love the bass, man. I would never go back to guitar.
Well, there's a
honestly.
lot of people that play guitar and are guitar players for years that I've heard sit in this room that are now bass players that say, as soon as I started playing the bass, it was just my instrument.
Yeah.
It felt way more natural.
My dad's a bass player too, so
Yeah.
it runs in the family.
Dude, you got the thump thumps in the family.
Yeah.
Dude. You got that stuff in
Yeah.
the fam. Hell yeah.
The vibes.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
shout out to Audible Point way back in the
Yeah.
day. Us
Audible
just
Point?
little kids running around and they're playing out, you know,
Yeah,
at the big,
yeah,
you know,
man.
any big festival in town.
We were
and
their
stuff
fan
like that.
club.
Hell yeah.
We were. I mean, yeah, music just kind of runs in the community, honestly. So
Yeah.
it was
Madison's a great spot for
Yep,
musicians.
there's when you mentioned Madison earlier, I did kind of, when I think of Madison, even there's always been a musical underline running through that town. There's always been some type of live music scene, even if it's a smaller one. They seem, from the outside perspective, a place where even musicians in Louisville like to go, because that is a spot that really likes music itself. It embraces original music. It embraces musicians. So that just from the outside in, that's always something I think that I've taken from Madison and that community. No matter how long I've known it, it seemed to be a place where music goes through.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
It's an awesome spot for it. Like, we've been able to, see some really cool acts come through.
Mhm.
I mean, when I was super young, I think we had like Buddy Guy
Oh,
come through
yeah.
one of our we have like a blues festival.
Riverfest. Yeah,
Oh,
he came through.
yeah.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
I mean, like, I just remember being a kid and like pushing my way through people's legs.
Yeah.
Like, I have to see this man.
yeah, I remember the Wood Brothers came through for the
Ooh.
Oh, yeah,
one of our
that's
folk
awesome.
festivals in town.
Ooh.
That's an amazing act. I mean,
Madison
you
has
know.
great festivals.
Great.
They really do,
They
and
really
there's always
do.
been a like you said, a musical element
They're-
attached to those.
They're
so.
starting a new music festival too. There's going to be a new big festival starting next year. So watch out for that if you are interested.
Cool. Yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah, I mean, they have a
I wanna play
handful, and they have like the lineups are killer. Like, they're not.
Yeah,
They're not like. I mean, there's lots of local festivals, and they're like
hmm
they're good. And like I said, we were on a lineup with some good folks last year at Mad Hop, and that was like kind of a smaller one,
Yeah.
and they have big artists come through some of those festivals. It's cool.
It's
Yeah.
nice because they always showcase, like, everybody gets that same level of exposure, right? Like, if you're a huge band or a smaller band, like, they showcase local artists and outside artists so well. Like, they give everybody the best variety of music. And like I said, it's all at that same level, especially with like Mad Hop. I mean, people are literally walking through the town, and all of these different buildings have just people in them playing
Mhm.
at all hours of the day. It's great.
I mean, we
Beautiful.
played a show the other night, and there was easily 3 other venues within like 2 blocks walking distance that had live music at
Yeah.
it, like bars, and that's. I mean, yeah, as a musician, you just couldn't ask for a better environment
Vibe,
to
yeah,
kind of
dude.
like
We'll take
shape
a-
your sound.
We'll take a 15 and walk into the other bar, see who's playing real quick. And
You know what
yeah.
I mean? And yeah, it's and honestly, I can proudly say a lot of those other bands they sound good. You know,
Yeah,
they
well,
put
I
a good
was-
name on Madison. So
Yeah. I was gonna say, at this point, I mean, the more you get into it, the more you guys play, and the more you're in that scene, the more they're gonna become friends. And
oh yeah,
if not already, it seems like with you guys being in it as long as you have, I'm sure you've created relationships with other bands that kind of help that out and do.
absolutely.
Yeah, man, that's something that I love watching. A lot of bands that come in here and musicians and artists, Earl, Spencer, and all the stuff that he does with I think he's fixed every instrument for every guitar player in Louisville and singer-songwriter. But one thing that there's always that community where they're going, hey, let's do a show, let's do this. Well, how about here's these contacts. It seems to be the cool thing, and hopefully that's going on in Madison. I bet it. I would imagine it is, especially if you're running in those quick circles and everybody's coming to see each other. I'm sure at one point everybody's like, "God dang, they're better. They're just too good. I gotta hate on them. No, they're too good. I love them. I love them.
Like a
I love
level of
them.
inspiration for everybody.
Absolutely.
I know
Absolutely.
I've walked out and seen people like Jordan Wilson, and like as soon as I see him, I'm just like, man, this guy shreds. He's such a good guitar player.
friendly competition.
And talk about
Mhm.
soul. I mean, that guy's got all the soul. So it's definitely, if nothing else, just super inspiring to be able to watch all these other people play.
Yeah, man. Everybody raises everybody's game. What is it? Iron sharpens iron. Is that what they say? That could
Yeah.
be not true. I don't know. I think that's what they say.
That's the saying for sure.
Yeah. But to rope that story back around real quick though, like I said, I went to college, Chris was touring Zach's been playing music for years.
He randomly hit me up one day and was like, "Hey man, why are we not playing together?" And I was like, "I don't know, why aren't we?" And we just started gigging out as like a duo, and then got a drummer.
That reminded me of, did we just become best friends?
It was a lot like that. I feel like I was outside the coffee shop in Madison, and he walked by one day, and I was like, man, I probably need to hit that guy up.
Yeah, man. I mean,
What's going on?
we hadn't seen each other in, 8 years, something like that. And got back, hung out for the first time in forever. And it was just like,
Bros.
right where we left off.
Yeah, I had laryngitis the day that we hung out, and we have a video on our TikTok, like, of us playing music on his porch.
With
The day that I
laryngitis.
had laryngitis.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Worth going and checking out. 'Cause
Yeah, it's on our TikTok. Go
it's
check
a
it
deep
out.
track.
So, dude, that's even better. I think we talked about this last night, maybe, that how if you're friends, it makes it more important. It makes it better. It makes it more meaningful. So
Make time for it.
Yeah. And the fact that you say it's like we didn't miss a beat. Those type of relationships where you don't have to see each other for months, years, whatever it is,
Yeah, I mean,
weeks.
years in our case, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, years in your
Seriously.
case. So, when you can see each other and connect the way it was, there's not a, why haven't you called me? There's
You're right.
there's none of
bitterness.
that. There's none of that. It's just like, dude, I love you. I missed you. I can't believe.
I mean,
This is-
seriously,
This is
That's exactly
awesome
how it
that we're
was.
hanging
it
out.
literally was.
We hadn't seen each other in probably 10 years.
Yeah,
And,
or at least played together
At
for
least
sure.
played together in
for
10
sure,
years.
haven't played
And
together.
We got back together at a gig.
Couldn't
played-
practice. We just
played
showed up at a gig.
4-hour show together. It was like,
That's
You never
normal.
know.
That's
was
normal.
and it was like butter. I mean, seriously, it was one of those. It was one of like the most, I don't know, most enjoyable moments I've had in a long time to reunite with musicians. And it's like I got better and they got better,
so coming
now
back
we're-
together. It was
and
just
now we're like great.
You know what it sounds
not
like?
to hype us up, but
It sounds like a musical hug.
yeah, yeah, man. So, I mean,
Wrapped in
seriously.
friendship.
Yeah, and-
musical hug wrapped
Yeah.
in friendship.
And if you're a musician, you know what how important that can be,
Yeah.
and how those moments you're just like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna be playing with these guys. Like
Oh, yeah.
this is gonna
feels
be
like
a thing.
home, man.
Yeah, feels like exactly.
Feels like home. All right.
I'm telling you, that's how I feel whenever I play with both these guys.
Oh, I love that.
Whatever,
See,
dude.
Yeah.
and that's
I don't believe you.
So Neil and I met because my mom works with his brother. He was playing up at the pizza place just down the hill, and he invited me to play 2 songs. 2 songs turned into 2 sets, and then he was like, "Hey, why don't you come up and jam?"
Why don't
you- by the way-
what's your jam, bro?
Anyway, he was 16 or something.
Nice.
It
Yeah,
was- were you
man.
16 at that point? 16?
Yes, I think I was a fresh.
Your parents
16.
drove you up, but I
Yeah.
don't know if you were like, he was a kid. He's still a kid to me. I mean, there's my daughter over there. They're the same age. So, I mean, obviously, but there was, there's definitely those people that you have a connection with. And when Spencer and I played that original night, it was, all right, well, this kid gets it. Even at that age, by far, he's way more advanced now than he was then. I mean, it's not close. It's leaps and bounds. You've played with Earl. You've played with a ton of other people. You've gotten so much experience. You've continued to take lessons. You haven't taken your talent for granted. You continue to work, which is, what I love to see, and I'm sure Earl loves to see, and people that are in your corner love to see about what you do. So, but the fact remains, you could have not done all that. And that night that we first played, it was like, okay, this feels comfortable. This feels good. This kid knows what he's
Feels right.
doing.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, he's look at us now. We become like bros, and it's weird because he is my daughter's age, but I also treat him like I will keep him in line
Yes.
if he needs to be kept.
Yes, you will.
I do want his.
Together.
Bro, he meant that.
I'm not.
And he has. He's kept me in line of.
He ain't
It's
kidding.
good though. We
He
need
ain't
friends
kidding.
like that.
I love his parents. I love,
Yeah.
but I love him. And if he did something stupid, I'm going to be the first one to tell him he's stupid. Just like I would tell my kid over there. And I don't mean it as like as a bad person, I don't mean to be, but I'm telling you because I'm older, I'm experienced. I've got these
It's from love.
things. It's from a point of like, hey, man,
for sure.
don't mess up your future with all your talent and all these things. Don't take it for granted and do the things that you're doing. So regardless of all that, I get what you're saying. And there are those people that you get together with and it feels awesome and just grooves and fits in the spot right. So when you get back together, how immediate, you play a 4-hour gig, I'm sure of a ton of just like, hey, let's play this. All right, let's do this. So probably whatever you know how to sing. Whatever you know lyrics to is what I'm guessing. All right, dude, I know this song. Let's play this.
You'd be surprised how many things I know how to sing and not play.
Dude, I'm the opposite. I can play everything, but don't give me lyrics on the thing. I'm good. Give me an
See, I'm the
iPad.
same way, man. It's like the lyrics. I start playing it. I'm like, all right, what's the first verse?
Yeah, give me the first word. I might be able to sing the verse chorus.
Yeah, there you go.
Give me the first word of the second verse. I can probably pull that off again.
I'm the first 3 words and I can sing the whole song kind of guy. If you guys ever watch us live, it's definitely like
he'll look at me,
Chris,
go,
and I'm like, what am I supposed to be singing?
And then Chris will remember it, and then Zach just crushed. That's the rest of the song. Boom. That's it.
3 words. Give me 3. I can sing that song in 3 words. All right, so I talk a lot. I apologize, dude. Did I step on something?
Man, I
you
love
wanted to
it.
say? Okay.
I've just been listening. Like you all are funny. Like I said, you can tell you all have been friends and like known each other well. It's always good to have like friends in the room because it makes it's all kind of fun.
It makes it way easier.
Yeah, it's
I
way
mean-
easier when the bands like know each other and they're super tight. Like just like it makes this a lot more fun.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, if you had like a bunch of squares walk in here and they're just like, well, I met him like a couple months ago. It's like, hey, but where's the chemistry?
Well, there really is not to be critical in any way, but there's a difference in a project, a band that's a bunch of really, really good players. That are awesome. They can absolutely play some amazing. Everybody is a pro. But that connection is different because they weren't friends first.
right.
And that doesn't happen much, because right off the bat, I think of like the opposite, same as you guys, is like the Bieblehauser brothers. They're freaking twins. And then they got these 2 mentors that they're like have grown up with forever, and there's that connection there that they are so tight as not only friends but musicians. But I think when you get into the production side of things and the maybe a little bit south of here and sometimes the Nashville side of things where everything is pieced together and you lose that thing that makes what you do special. I think when you're connected like this and sit in a room like this, and if there wasn't cameras rolling and no microphones and it's just you guys and it's the same deal. You're not different. You're just bros. You're doing the thing. And which leads me back to that question of you got this 4-hour thing and you go, holy crap, man, that was nuts. I can't believe we just pulled that off. It was awesome. It felt so good. You start leading into what's going to be this record, these 4 songs that we heard. Like how did all this stuff evolve from when you guys really got this thing going? And when was that, by the way? When did you 3 connect, get it really rolling together?
It hasn't been that long.
Yeah, it was like maybe 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah.
Which is even cooler because I know this was, when you had a different drummer before, but and it was awesome. It was really, really good. But there in this room, you can feel the connection of what you're doing compared to what you did on the stage at Honky Tonkin or Honky Talkin'. What is it? Tonkin or Talkin'?
I would just say
Honky
Honky Tonk
Tonkin'.
Tuesday, but it's
Honky Tonk
yes.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I've heard of that. That's that where the musicians come up and play, and then he interviews them and stuff. That's really cool.
Tyler
Yeah,
Lance
same deal. I
Walker
mean,
Gill.
He's the man.
you all you weren't interviewed that night, right?
Yeah, we did get
Oh, did you get a small
Yeah,
one?
we
I
get-
was
we get
there. I don't know
interviewed.
why I don't remember that.
I think something happened where maybe like our footage just it didn't make it
I was there. I was in the crowd, but I do think I remember. But it was cool, and it was really, really good. But I think that, and maybe it's. I don't think it's just in this room. I think when you really are connected as bros and do that, there's a difference. So now you got these tunes, which I imagine in the 2 months that you are starting to play. Are they feeling different? Do these originals, have they taken a different shape?
have
Yes.
100% evolved. I mean, it's weird so, when he mentioned all of us kind of gaining those musical experiences together, when you learn how to play together, you write songs for those other people, right? So when I was writing these songs, this is how I was writing them. So like I had written them with Mitch as the drummer.
In
and,
his
like,
head.
how his style
Yeah, like in
was.
your head, yeah.
Shut up.
And so like, I mean,
Because that's what he knows. That's what we grew up doing.
Wait,
you know what
what's
I
your
mean?
heart feel like right now?
I mean, it's kind of warm, not gonna lie. You guys got tissues back there, though?
once I was able to like hear that come to fruition, that was a whole different ball game. Like we were playing that night, we played a couple originals, and as I was hearing them for the first time, like him just pick up exactly what I was hearing when I wrote the song, like that just really like solidifies, oh, this is exactly what this is supposed to sound like.
That's awesome, man, because I've played with a few drummers that do the same thing. That when you play the tune, there's nothing you have to say.
Yep.
It's just, well, here's what I hear, and what you hear is what I hear, and it makes the communication barrier musically perfect. You don't have to. There might be a little bit of, hey, what about this? Well, how about we stop here and do these things? The nuances that make a band really, really interesting.
Sure, he was throwing extra stops in it. Like, why aren't you catching these stops, man?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sometimes I feel like that's the drummer's job, is like to help arrange it. Like you make the idea,
sure,
and the
man.
drummer's like, all right, well, like, the rhythm section could do this. Why, you know what I mean? And
Well,
that's
especially with you two, you all command a lot of space with what you do. And honestly, you were so in the pocket on a lot of it, and you're in the pocket on a lot, but it still fills this huge void of nothingness. I mean, it's so big and fun, and has so much of the soul before you even open your mouth. And once you do, and you're playing, which I love the way you play rhythm and lead, and doing that, is not easy. But to be able to do that and add to what they're doing, it's just, man, it's really impressive. It's fun, and I don't know how you aren't going to dance.
These guys hold the fort down and let me fool around basically for as long as I want. So I'm pretty appreciative of that, because nobody else lets me let my freak flag fly.
Says the married man with two daughters.
That's right.
Three daughters.
3 daughters.
That's right. My bad, dude. 3 kids, 3 daughters.
Yeah, Chris saw me do the 3. He stopped at 1. Oh no, you gotta.
I have another one on the way.
Hey, congrats, dude.
Congrats,
Thanks, man.
Congratulations.
We're girl
Do you
dads.
know? Do you know?
It's a girl.
You are. They say super masculine dudes have girls. So congratulations on your 5 girls. 5 between the 2. That's so much. Mitch, I hope you're taking. Mitch, you taking notes, bro?
I'm taking notes.
Attaboy.
Hey, actually, this pen's running out over here. You guys got an extra pen? I know I'm asking for a lot, but
Not asking for much. So I think the last real question I had before we go to Weston's questions is, in this 2 months. You got 2 months together. Things are kind of like really feeling like this band is the band, right? We're getting in the groove. Where are we seeing this thing, man? I mean, you talked about wanting to get an album together, but when you have friends and everything like that, you really don't need to let it breathe, because you're right back in the mix of it, and you're right in the middle of the creativity. But like, what do you feel is getting ready to happen in the next, say, 3, 4, 5 months?
From my perspective, I just feel like I have a lot that I have to say. You know what I mean? You have a lot when you're writing songs. You have specific things that you want to say, and realistically, I just kind of want to get that out there.
He does talk a lot.
he has a great sounding voice, though. We would all agree.
Yeah. I mean, our future plans, Zach's pretty much booked us every weekend for next year, like, I don't even know how far you've gone up to, but
we have like
Consults notes app.
yeah, let me pull out the notes. I don't know. I think it's like 40 shows. We have 40 shows next year.
Are they like mixed original shows, original covers? Is it mostly like
throw in as many original shows as as venues will allow. You know, you have a lot of venues that want covers, and we love playing covers. You know, we're musicians at heart, so anytime we get to just jam, that's a blast. We like to wait till people are good and intoxicated and then throw our originals in there.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, baby.
These guys are still vibing. Let's just let them feel it for a little bit.
Ain't
Except for
nothing
dance.
wrong
He
with
always-
that.
he was
Yeah,
supposed
you
to
can throw
play
dance anywhere.
He wants to throw dance like the second or third song, and I'm
Dance
like,
is a late
dude,
song.
late night.
Yeah, dude.
Late
That's-
night.
That's second song of the last set.
Yeah.
Or you know what? Well, things have changed too, because when I used to play, it was like 10 to 2. It was late as shit. Those kind of hurt. Those nights that hurt you.
Yeah, you wake up the next day, you're like,
Yeah, it's like, dude, what?
That's still the schedule that we play.
10 to 2?
Madison is a 9 to 1, 10 to 2 town.
All right, yeah. Well, I know in Louisville, probably if you're going to do the 4-hour gigs, it's pretty close to the same. I know there's a lot of other 8 to 11s and things like that, which is kind of nice. Definitely better than the 10 to 2, man. Those 10 to 2s are brutal sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
that second set was always the crazy set. The set seemed to be the ramp up set.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you could combine the second and third set and just do the damn thing and take a small one. But yeah, dude, second song of the first or second set, or second or third set dance, but just
Ooh, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
get 'em
that's
moving.
what I'm saying. That's where it's
you
at.
can't
'cause
play it
it's like-
early, dude. You can't play
you know.
dance early. That should be forbidden. As a
Thank
band,
you.
y'all should
Thank you.
forbid dance
They
to be
do.
played before the second
it's a
set.
legitimate chain they put on me. They're
Hey,
just
how
like,
about
you
this?
cannot-
Yeah, refuse to play it. Sorry,
Well,
dance? No, we're not playing it.
And that's the thing. I'm usually trying to let my guy fly over here. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to put any I don't put any chains on him. I
No,
don't
that's
wanna,
the only
I
chain.
don't hold
No
him
other
back,
chains,
Yeah,
dude.
that's it. That's
But
all
once
there is.
again, we got to think about that set list,
Hey,
bro.
dude,
We're
do it
building,
for Top
we're building
Hill.
an experience.
Do
for
it
these
for Top
people.
Hill, dude. Do it for Top
Do
Hill.
it for
Recording.
Top
Say,
Hill.
look, it's for
Hey,
the
shout out Top
podcast
Hill
asses.
Recording.
Yeah. So look, man, we would like to play this song early, but we can't because Top Hill. We got to play it in the second set. We're gonna dance
one's
in the
for Neil.
second set, you
I'll
guys.
let it ride for a little while.
All right, y'all. So this is a segment that we are kind of introducing. Actually, we're introducing tonight, reintroducing, but in a special way. So Brad Weston, who started this and did the first 150, 60, I don't know, almost
180. I came on like
All right.
183.
All right, so 180 episodes solid with me. Moved to North Dakota, Brad.
Brad.
He's living the good life. He sent me a picture of today of him and his wife in their new pull behind camper, and they were on a lake in North Dakota and sent a picture of the Northern Lights last night, and it was absolutely unbelievable.
Oh, that sounds.
It's beautiful.
Sounds-
I'll show. Remind me to show
I
you.
love that for them.
So Brad Weston we're getting him back involved. He was just recently in town. We said, look, dude, you've got to be more seen here a little bit. So we're going to do back again Weston's questions. But this time Brad is going to be inserted in the podcast starting pretty soon, maybe here with this question. Question number 1.
Ready. So the first question, I know you guys said you guys started playing together young. You took a break, but let's see here. What is the weirdest or the most surprising thing that you've learned about each other while being in the band?
Oh boy!
All right, Mitch, we'll start.
Exposure time.
All right, Mitch, we like the laughs. Go ahead, buddy.
Chris, let's go.
All right,
This guy.
Whoa.
No, I mean, I got something.
I was pretty surprised to hear that Mitch was willing to drive to Bloomington for us because we're kind of losers.
Aw.
When he was like, "Yeah, we got it. We're driving." I was just like, "Oh shit, dude. All right."
Yeah.
well." That was super easy to convince you.
Yeah, he
So
currently
this goes?
lives
It's like roughly 2 hours from Madison. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh my
my family
goodness.
lives there. It's just like a college town that I went to that I have a pretty sick job at currently. So yeah, I do travel a lot to meet up with the guys for these shows. And you know, once again, we're gigging musicians, so like this is bread in our pockets. It helps, oil the engine, so to speak, and keep things flowing. Yeah. I think the most surprising thing I figured out about them, I think was a while back when we first got together. We were setting up, and like so it was that show where we first played together, and I put my drum rug down, right? And they had the PA all set up, and Zach looked over at Chris. excuse the language right here.
No,
He
no
was like-
language
He
excuse.
was like, yo, dude. He was like, yo, bitch, move your amp. And I was like, wait a second. Why are we still 12 years old?
Like we never.
You know what I mean? Like I'm like trying to fit the rug under, and I'm like, well, I don't know how these guys are about their equipment. I don't know them for a while. Like they could be kind of anal now. It kind of surprised me, and like I like kind of brushed to the amp, and then they just immediately is like, yo, dude, move that shit. What are you doing? And it was just so like, you know what I mean? That's like, yeah, those are my boys. Like it's gonna be a fun night.
I love it.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, kind of like we were talking about earlier, where like you're away from somebody so long, and you don't want those friendships where people are just like, tiptoeing around each other and like, what about this and that? And it's like, no, dude, what about right now? Like we're back together playing again. So
Hell yeah, man.
yeah, I don't know if that answers.
I
the
love
question.
that answer, actually.
Yeah,
It
I don't know
reminds
that
me
answers
of
the
this
question.
studio. It reminds
Yeah.
me of the way I act,
Yeah.
actually. I apologize to everybody
Yeah,
involved.
you know what I mean? It's just like fun love. It's just
It's
like,
perfect.
yeah.
It's a great answer.
I think everything they do is weird. So
I mean, I probably agree.
Typical
with that.
bass player.
I was going to say, that's coming from a bass player, dude. What? Wow. Actually, guitar player, lead singer, turned
Yeah.
bass player. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. That was wonderful. All right.
right.
Question number 2.
Question number 2. If you could collaborate with any historical figure, past or present, who would it be? What would you write about? And what type of song would you write?
These questions, shout out to Brad. These questions are
These are great.
This is how you ask questions in a
questions are too hard.
podcast,
This is
man.
perfect.
You're you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is on it.
Like I'm thinking, but I feel like I already have an answer, which is
Well,
like
and two,
go.
it can be individually or together as the group.
Nah, I think this
I almost
is.
think it has to be individual.
I think this one's definitely individual. Historical figure.
Yes. Yes.
All right, historical figure.
Because there's no way we're choosing the same.
there's no way.
Jimi Hendrix,
Okay.
Oh, all right.
and I just want to play bass in his band. Honestly,
All right, good enough.
Fair
That's
Awesome.
perfect.
Hell yeah.
I will learn everything verbatim.
All right, Mitch, what you got, my man?
Shit. Go to Zach real quick.
All right, Zach. Historical
seconding
figure,
my
Zach.
I'm second question.
Interestingly enough, I just posted this last night on Facebook that like
Ooh.
I've been on a Jeff Buckley kick,
Oh,
and I think that's 100% where I would go. Right, like I love that like electric guitar kind of solo sound, and because there's a lot that you could screw up. I think when it's just you and an
100%.
electric guitar, like you got an amplifier that's pushing your sound out. And I mean, I definitely would be one of those super like crazy spacey, Telecaster through a tweed kind of sounding songs.
ooh, I dig it.
Super deep lyrics.
Dig it.
All right, this
You
is
can't
gonna
be on the spot anymore, Mitch. You've had time to
I
think,
mean,
man.
I thought to think about it, but I was like, this is the right answer. And I feel like we should be picking more historical figures, but because we're such like music guys, like we're kind of, you know what I mean? But anyways, so what I would do is go back to the 90s Red Hot Chili Peppers. So Frusciante, Smith, Flea, and Kitus at their prime. And I want to like double up drums with Chad Smith.
Ooh,
right?
okay.
Because that's what I was raised on. That's my shit. And I would love to just like play a show. You know what I mean?
Dude,
In that,
great answer.
Like, could I just sit on another kit at Slane Castle? Like, you know what I mean?
How fun.
You know,
Yeah.
like that probably had to be me.
Well done, sir.
Yeah.
Dude, I was waiting for. I would play a song. I would write a song with Jesus.
Yeah.
We'd write a song about.
You're like, I got some
Jesus
gripes
in his
with
life.
Mozart's Sixth Symphony. like, what, bro?
All right, question number 3.
Alrighty. So if you could perform, and I want y'all to answer this one individually. If you could perform in costumes for the rest of your career, but you can only perform in costumes, what theme are you choosing?
Cowboy, 100%.
I knew he was gonna say that,
I'm
bro.
honestly in
Every
agreement.
time.
I
know
almost
it.
banned
I knew
it.
you guys were gonna say
Almost.
that.
How, wait,
So
like how
mid.
cowboy, like rhinestone cowboy,
I'm talking
Like
or
a
Western.
Like Wyatt Earp.
like yeah,
I'm
Wyatt Earp.
talking Marlboro Red smoking.
There you go.
See, I knew they were
Porter
gonna say that.
Wagner style nudie
Oh,
suits, cowboy all the way.
All right. Well, I
Dang.
think the only rule if you chose cowboy is you have to play on a horse, even if you play drums.
Totally fine with it.
No, dude, I got the schematics. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot, but
What do you
I'm
think,
thinking more
Chris?
chariot. You know, technically I'm on a horse, but I'm not.
Good call, sir. All right, Mitch, we're gonna make you answer so Chris can have time to think.
The theme. Oh shit.
Cowboy
I
has
don't
been
know.
taken.
Honestly, I feel like if you, this is just a weird answer, which let's go for it. I feel like if you like dressed up as like some like weird alien race and you like made it up and that, but like your music didn't have to like fit to it, but if you just like came up with some like weird like we're the Klarzars or something. I don't know. Like I don't know where I'm going with this
That's
one.
like the whole premise behind
It would
the
Just
draw a
one-
lot of attention.
Yeah, and you always
Yeah.
dress up at it, but then you just play like like some sick ass jams. You're just like
So
space jams.
I have to call out our boys' frustration. I think that they've just been themed.
Yo, give me that contact.
I think the Klarzars will be at the Fuzzy
You know what I'm
Pig
saying?
Fest.
Like
Hell
it would
yeah, dude.
it would just be cool to go see like they're great musicians,
see
they're
it.
great folks, like they just rip, but they just got this weird thing where they dress up
100%
as
sounds like
aliens.
frustration.
Like every time.
Weird little.
They have to come out in that like George Clinton
Yeah,
spaceship.
exactly, bro.
Holy crap.
Honestly, the inspiration is 100% from like Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah.
Like,
Dig it,
homeboys
dig
coming
it.
out of the spaceship. You're like, bass player's wearing a diaper. Like, like, what's going on here?
I was
You're like,
thinking adult babies, so
Yeah,
you know.
there
All right,
That
Chris,
was gonna be my
your
theme,
turn, man.
guys. No, I've been rocking a lot of vests lately. I might just stick with the vest.
We're going for the best.
Dude, we're going for best rock. Okay,
Yes.
it's like a.
Vest only?
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
it.
Now we're talking.
ripped
Okay.
shoulders.
Now we're
faded.
talking. I think you just brought back the '80s, but I'm not sure.
You're gonna start growing out your hair.
Chris had a mullet for a
Yeah.
short period.
I did.
You
Guys,
you did.
appreciate you cutting that shit.
Yeah, no problem.
Question is, did you have the lines in the side?
I did not do the lines.
It
Well,
was close. Don't let him lie.
Don't
to you.
lie.
There was no lines.
It does.
Wait,
It,
did you
number
firm
one.
it?
It
does
was a
look
light.
good.
It was a lightning bolt.
Yeah,
No.
it's straight in the front, permed in the back.
You can only say
That's
that
the
'cause
best
you're
thing I've
from
heard all day.
Kentucky. I think that's the
Yeah,
rules.
dude. We can all agree that the mullet should be gone again.
Yeah, dude, he had the mullet. His bass playing was like getting a little strange. I was like, whoa.
I
dude.
was just going like bump, bump, bump.
And then sometimes he was just straight
They're
punk, like
fine.
8 notes. You're like, wait, no.
They're
He
fine.
started wearing tight leather pants.
Chris
It's like I
turned
don't
into
know
a country
what.
bass player straight up. As soon as he got the mullet.
Oh yeah, dude.
We're only
Started
playing
playing
90s
Morgan
country.
Wallen shit. All right.
That's my theme, the mullet.
That's
my theme.
In Fairdale, we
changed my
call it the
mind.
moulet.
Mullet.
It's fancy.
The
The moulet.
We're the muleys.
Yeah, the Fairdale moulet. All right, question. Was that 3?
That was 3.
No shit. All right, you guys. So I guess the best way to wrap that shit up, because I don't think it gets any better than that, is for you guys to let us know what's going to be going on with you all in the future. I know we got a record coming out, not coming out, but being recorded soon, which I'm personally, and I'm sure these guys are super excited. Yeah. Especially with the new addition, bringing Mitch back in the fold, having a couple months. I can't wait to hear what this record sounds like, because the sound is soulful. It's got that bluesy soul, hug you type of feel with the voice, with the playing, with the rhythm, with the guitar, just everything fits for me as a listener and as a new fan. So where can our listeners find you? I know it's hard to probably find your music right now, but if they want to know where you're playing, want to find you on your socials, all that good stuff, where can they find you?
Yeah, so right now, everything is at Vaguely Familiar Band. So if you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We put out a lot of content. I mean, I'm sure this will create some for us. And we try to take pictures as much as we can, although, as you can imagine, with our personalities, they always we got to take like 2 or 3 to really get a good one live.
Chris is always picking his
Somebody
nose.
doesn't have their eyes closed.
Come on.
I have this really awesome picture of Chris I'm saving up where he's like carrying some mains, and he just like really straining. It's the best photo.
All right, if you'll send it right now, insert it.
Yeah, I got this wild one where like I fell down on my drum rug and they rolled me up in my drum rug. It's probably
I'm a fan of action photos.
yeah.
I mean, as of right now, I mean, we're trying to just branch out and you know, like I said, we've got our music. We really enjoy it. We think other people would enjoy it. So we just kind of want to get out there as wide as we can and hope that when we cast that wide net, people enjoy it as much as what we do.
Yeah, man. Well, we certainly enjoyed it. And I know I enjoyed it the night that I heard you guys at Tyler Lance Walker Gill's Tonkin Tuesday over at the Whirling Tiger. Was definitely, caught my attention. So appreciate you guys coming in again. Jalen, where are you at for everybody that wants to see you, find you, do all that, pull that microphone down, let them know, and get it right this time, please, so I don't have to edit it out.
Okay, sorry. It is at Jalen Leanne Photography, and it will be in the comments because that's a lot to spell out.
And I am on all the socials at spencer.corbin for any of your luthier, guitar fixing, instrument fixing needs.
Yes, sir.
So.
Earl, my man, also who will be having an album coming out soon, which I have. Nobody can touch it. And by the way, what you got going on, buddy?
Earl Bowman music on everything, even fucking TikTok. I'm on there.
On the top.
Even the fucking talk.
He's on the
I
caved.
He always says it with gritted teeth, but
I'm too old to be on. I shouldn't be on TikTok.
Come on,
I don't
bro.
like to post
Hey,
on
we
there.
gotta keep
You're
up.
beautiful,
Gotta
dude.
keep up.
There's no reason to feel that way.
Where's that? It's just you and those guys with the mullets like Chris.
The Moulay!
The Moulays.
Hey, man.
Hey, bro, I heard the Moulays were coming to town.
The Moulays are coming to town. Chris, leave that thing in the past, all right? Keep that thing where it was, in the back of your life. All right, you guys, make sure you follow us. Top Hill Recording. Say it, man.
It just takes a
There
second.
you go, my
Follow
friend.
these dudes. Follow the podcast. It takes 2 seconds to
2
hit follow.
seconds.
Like it's an easy thing to do.
He's
Yep.
right.
Absolutely. Checks out on YouTube. Checks out on Instagram. Follow me, Neil Johnstone, on Instagram. And we'll see you all next time. Woo!
See ya.